Thing. Welcome to my work for women and mothers. If you are forced or required to co-parent with a narcissist, if you are stuck in a high conflict family court custody battle, welcome to my work. I was in a custody battle for 12 years. I won some, lost some, won some back, and then ended up using skillful means and strategies to negotiate successfully with the narcissist to get all my rights restored, majority of the co-parenting time, and regular child support. So, how did I do all this? Well, it was a process, and I did have to start with personal support and personal empowerment. So, I did work on myself in many healing programs using many different programs of recovery, specifically those with narcissistic abuse recovery, DV support, individual therapy, and some 12-step programs that deal with being affected by another person's toxic behavior. So, welcome to my work. If you're here to learn, I am here to teach. I teach a third middle way, which is finding a path to peace so that children can thrive, mothers can survive it, and come out smarter and stronger than before. I have 7 books for moms in this situation. I say, read them 1 through 7 because then you'll get exactly how my individual mindset progressed from being a victim of narcissistic abuse, legal abuse, co-parenting abuse, co-separation, post-separation abuse, into someone who is no longer triggered, who relies on strategies, who has healed from the wounds and is no longer trauma bonded and not interested in fighting an unfair fight or adding more unfairness to my life. So, yes, I was able to spare myself and my child lots of further narcissistic abuse. And I did have to go through 3 different attorneys. And with each one, I learned something about myself and family court. So here they are, 1 through 6, from co-parenting with a narcissist, 7 self-rules to stay sane, dedicated to a mother I know who did not make it, to how to fight a narcissist in family court and win, to how to survive a custody battle with a narcissist. My 4th book is co-parenting with a sociopath. Then there's Tame the Narcissist. And then wisdom for ending the co-parenting war in a custody battle with a narcissist. Learn all you can, come out smarter, stronger than before. You can learn, heal, grow through this. These are my tips, tools, and strategies, my valuable survivor wisdom, and I call them my Surthriver tips. My newest book, We Surthrived a Narcissist, Believe You Can Too, has some skills needed for dealing with a narcissistic ex. So welcome to my work. This is one of my strategies for gaining energy back where we lose energy to our emotions. And I usually tell moms the number one way a narcissist typically wins is emotionally destabilizing the target of blame, or the target, the enemy that they believe is the enemy in their mind. And I teach moms how to not be the TOB, how to position that. So look for those videos. But this one is about too much focus on the narcissist's life, what he's buying, who he's with, what he's doing, what he's not doing, can really zap our energy. And where our focus goes, energy and attention, where our attention goes, energy goes. So we lose our energy to the narcissist and we're not even with the narcissist. And yeah, trying to co-parent with someone who doesn't want to co-parent is impossible. But if you put a strategy in place of you always, give information the way the court said or your lawyer said, you just stick with your strategy. Whether he reads it or not is up to him. And that's putting the ball in his court, which is something I teach when using skillful means with a narcissist. So all of those guides and videos and things are in my books, the full version, which is why I say bring a notebook and take notes and highlight, because some of these are new ideas. I see so many moms looking at what the narcissist has and is doing or not doing, not able to maintain a focus on their lives and having backup plans, because we need a savings, we need a support system, we need time for healing, we need maybe parenting classes or parenting support. We need health, our own health and wellness. We need our focus for ourselves and our children. And the narcissist, as you can tell, trying to control the uncontrollable, can just zap us of all our energy, our time, our resources. And there might come a time when you just learn to document strategically versus try to fix, change, and correct what the narcissist is or isn't doing. So I teach a document strategically. I have an individual guide. It is in one of my books, because looking at the narcissist too much can be very detrimental to our health. A narcissist is toxic, especially to an empath. And a narcissist is a personality disorder. So there will be disorder with a personality disordered person. There will be dysfunction. They're not able to work in a normal, logical, healthy, neurotypical, common sense way. And we don't want to be the narcissist police. I certainly don't want to be the target of blame so that everything is blamed on us. And I teach moms how to not go toe to toe with the narcissist, or make it a him against you situation, which can be very dangerous. Certainly won't lead to negotiations. There are ways to negotiate successfully with a narcissist, but it takes our healing, our strategy. It takes some emotional stabilization and support to get there. So notice if you're looking at the narcissist life too much. Like, how upset do you want to be? It's his life, his disorder, his dysfunction, his assets, his supply. And if we pull our focus back on us, we can shore up any of our weaknesses. So if you have a weakness financially or legally, or you've got a child with special needs, you could go and get classes. Or if you have codependency issues and you're finding yourself getting into more relationships with toxic, needy, other dysfunctional men, boys, guys, then maybe some codependency anonymous programs. Those are free, by phone, by Zoom, where you can learn what your weaknesses are. And as they say in the program, you don't want to constantly take the narcissist inventory. I say it's good to take a note, document strategically, and I do the 5 things that matter to my judge, because I'm very strategic with what I'm going to document so that I don't go overboard. And I work on my healing, my mindset, my parenting abilities, because I get a stressed out child coming back from a narcissist's unsupervised time, and they are typically narcissistically abused. Even the golden child can be abused with perfection standards. Not as bad as a scapegoated child, but this isn't really about comparison. It's just knowing that if we can't eliminate, we can minimize. And if we can't fix the other person, we can work on healing ourselves. And that benefits our parenting time, our children, our lives. What is skillful means? Well, that's something that I teach and talk about using, so that you can, learn through this, grow through this, heal through this, and just outgrow the narcissist drama, go from stressed to strategic, and handle this using wisdom, compassion, and understanding. So when you understand who the narcissist is, how he operates, what matters to him, and you understand who you are, how you operate, what matters to you. And usually I get the loving, caring, protective mom who is prioritizing the child, and the narcissist who's trying to get away with things and is just his toxic, awful self. It's not usually personal unless you've really pit yourself as the enemy. You're you're in a position, whether your lawyer put you there or you put yourself there unknowingly against him, like you're going to take him for contempt, or you're saying you're going to file for full custody, anything that threatens a narcissist, you'll see the worst of them come out, even if they're already bad. That's why I say, don't go toe to toe. Are you like poking the sleeping lion? Don't back the porcupine up into the corner while you're naked, that sort of thing. I talk about going to family court with the narcissist using my Get a Good Attorney guide, which is updated and revised. You want to know what really matters. I have the Document the Narcissist guide, the 20 wants list strategy, so you can get instant leverage. It's a power tool. It took me like 3 or 4 times to write down what I wanted, because I'm not usually the moms in this situation aren't the ones that ask for things. But then we have no leverage, because then the narcissist is usually wanting more than their fair share. So this is a power tool that I used in negotiations. Everything is on my website. You can find my free blog, find my groups on Facebook for moms. And I just say, where is your focus today? Is it on your child, meeting your child's needs, navigating around the narcissism? If they're not going to help, do you still find the help that you can legally get for yourself and your child? We don't have to look to the narcissist for all of our solutions. Welcome to my work. I have a free podcast on Spotify, and I have a free Substack newsletter where I give these tips, tools, and strategies. Just a quick disclaimer, this is not direct advice. If you need to be focusing on something, your lawyer said, please get certain documentation regarding this area, then you obviously have to put it in your site. But you can learn to compartmentalize and say, okay, I'm only going to spend an hour documenting his work or something. But then shutting that part down, because it's so upsetting. We can get so upset with the narcissist's lifestyle, what he's doing, what he's not doing, compartmentalizing and shutting that off so that we can have a life outside of the narcissist. So just read my disclaimer that I'm not a lawyer. This isn't direct advice. Everything depends on the situation you're in. And check out my new book, We Sir Thrive to Narcissist. Believe you can too. And if you're exhausted, you might be dealing with the narcissist too much. So welcome to my work. I have many strategies. I'll be making a huge video program that has all these strategies in quick video format, where you can figure out if they apply, when to apply them, maybe how to apply them, how I applied them, maybe give you some ideas to reduce your stress, get some power back, have some emotional encouragement to keep going for your little ones. Thanks so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next video.